Guys, I went to a coffee shop today. Was there from about 2 till around 4:30 or so, and then I was like, well, I gotta be home by 6, so I'll leave and give myself plenty of time. I don't know why I went into pirate mode there for a second.
Give myself plenty of time.
Give myself plenty of time. So I wanted to give myself plenty of time. And I was like, I'll just slip and dip out of here. And I did it about 4:30 because I was like, this city, bit of a traffic problem. Bit of an infrastructure problem. But honestly, find me a city in the world without an infrastructure problem and I'll give you like $6 or something. I don't know.
I mean, there has to be at least one somewhere.
I don't know. Like a major growing city with no infrastructure problem. It's pretty far-fetched.
Statistically.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe like
statistically there has to be one.
Maybe like Dubai.
I don't know, man. Well, how fast is Dubai growing? Because like, don't you have to like be special to move there?
I think you have to be like a billionaire. Like a multi-billionaire, like maybe even like a billionaire.
You can't just go there. So like it's not like I couldn't be like, I'm moving to Dubai. They'd be like, no, you're not.
Yeah, you don't have enough money to buy an island or to build an island, so...
You don't have enough money to buy an island?
I hate you.
No, you don't.
All right. Anyway, I started leaving at about 4:30. When I went to the coffee shop today at around, probably about 2 o'clock even. Got there a little bit before 2:15, right? I got back home at about 6. So took me 15 minutes to get there and an hour and a half to get home.
Jesus,
That's
son.
a little absurd.
No, that's way worse than normal. Like, that's not a normal day.
I would have assumed.
I went by 3 separate accidents.
That's not
and
funny,
they were,
but I'm
and they were doing road
anyway.
work. No one was dead.
Wow.
Just some little fender benders.
No, it's a
and
monster
and there's road
confirmed.
work as well. And I was like, whose idea was it to start doing road work on a Tuesday at 4 p.m.?
You know what? That's fair.
In a huge metropolitan area. Yeah? You're just going to start doing road work?
Yeah, man,
okay.
Apparently.
Yeah, so that's how my day went.
That's cool.
Dang.
That's a good day.
And you know what I could use after a long day like that?
An introduction to the podcast before you go into a bit. Too late.
It's true.
Too late.
Welcome back to Off the Air. I'm Dan.
A nice,
that guy over there talking over me, or trying to, is Jackson.
From
and
the corner.
The guy who's quiet
Which
right now
corner
is
you ask?
Noah.
Hi, I'm
So
Noah.
we got that out of the way.
Corner.
Now we can let Jackson
So
continue to do
today's
his bit.
beer is going to be called Daymaker, and it's from Carbach Brewing Company again. Now, Carbach, if you remember, is the same company that made You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, which was one of our Christmas-themed beers. I think our only Christmas-themed beer. But Carbach always be making these great little micro kind of brews. You know, they'd be making for like a month, they'll have like a special beer out. And I'm really about that because I'm a special beer drinker. I'm a special guy. And Daymaker is what this one's called. It is a Brut Rosé Ale. So it's like a rosé beer. It's brewed with cranberry and hibiscus, and it's an IPA. Neat. It is delightful.
Ooh, delightful.
It is crisp, refreshing, and here's what they say. Break out the bubbly. It's time to celebrate. Daymaker Sparkling Brut Rosé IPA is a crisp, dry, and refreshing toast to the best days, the not-so-great days, and everything in between days. Because every day is a reason to celebrate, if you ask us. So go on. Make a day of it. Carbach. Make a day of it.
Nice.
When are we going to get sponsored by one of these companies?
I mean, I could message Carbach. They just got bought out by Anheuser-Busch, though, so I don't know how much of a
You should do that.
Texas feel they really got going on right now.
You should definitely do it because I'm tired of plugging all these great beers and not getting paid for it.
You tired of plugging all the great beers?
I am. I'm tired. Listen, it's a lot of work for me.
Yeah, you've been plugging a lot of beers.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of your
So
thing.
many.
What is it? Dan's beer section?
Yeah.
Dan's beer nook?
Dan's beer curve.
I don't like that, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't like that either. It doesn't sound quite right.
Nobody likes talking about Dan's curves.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, Daymaker by Carbach is really good. Very, very tasty beer if you have a chance to pick it up. You guys might be able to up in PA just because they have been bought by Anheuser-Busch, so it is probably a more accessible beer.
That's actually
Makes sense.
kind of cool.
So, other it's a Houston company, so it's very accessible to Austin people, not so much to Philadelphia people and Erie people.
You know, no, that's pretty fair.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, it's just really good. It's dry and crisp. The can says, and the can is correct.
Dry and crisp is a weird way to describe something, but you know what? I accept it.
It's a very common alcohol term, Dan. I'm not sure where you're coming
It's
from.
true.
Here.
Those are two very common alcohol
You're
terms.
a very common alcohol term. Checkmate, atheists.
I just kind of feel like one day Dan's gonna have to step this game up.
Nah, not if I can help it.
Yeah. Noah, how are you doing?
I've been doing pretty good. Yeah, my sister is staying with me this week, which has
That's
been pretty
fine.
neat. Been hanging out.
Sounds actually like it would be a good time.
Yeah.
She and I have been making fun of you a lot behind your back. It's been very funny.
Oh, I know.
Wouldn't be.
I know.
Do you know? Because it hasn't happened. So,
Oh, see, I wouldn't have been surprised at all
Fucking
if it
got
happened.
him, you guys.
but-
We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got
Ladies
him.
and gentlemen, we've got him.
Fuck
Yeah, it's been pretty nice to have her here. Ironically, she came over the day after we recorded the episode with her on it.
How'd
But
that
that's
go?
okay.
Pretty funny.
The recording? I mean, you were there. It went pretty well.
I meant.
Yeah, I wasn't there, so I had no idea
You
how
know
it
what?
went.
Whatever. You guys, I got stuff to talk about. Actually, I do have to talk about Noah's sister first, because she told me I had to tell you this on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yikes.
Noah, you see, I realized this week that I haven't had Twitch Prime, and now that my friends have been streaming more and I've been streaming more and all that, I felt like it was just really time, and so I did it. I got Twitch Prime.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know, but when you get Twitch Prime, you have a free subscription that you can give out to a creator of your choice, right?
So you subbed to her.
I did. In fact, the way I worded it was I was her first, and then I gave it a very long pause, like this one, and then said her first sub.
Dan, can you make a funnier bit, please?
Yeah.
I could, but I'm very
Could you?
tired and very out of sorts, and so I apologize.
All right. I'll let it go.
Yeah,
This
I was on set. When did we record last?
Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, actually, I was on set. The reason that I'm so tired is because I was on set Friday through Saturday last week, and was running on about 5 hours sleep a night and about 12 to 14 hour work days. So I am still recovering from that, mostly because I'm a big bitch baby who can't get out of bed in the morning.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so that was cool. On a related note, your sister hit affiliate this week. Did that
Yep.
happen before or after we recorded last?
It happened.
I think right after.
It
Didn't
happened right after, but I already updated it. So
Neat.
Yep.
Well, I was cool. Good for her. Shout out to Edge, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to just acknowledge, your sister's accomplishments, and you made it so that her accomplishments didn't really seem like as much now.
I mean, they're pretty cool. But
Actually, I wanted to ask you, and maybe you can cut all this if it doesn't, like, if it's like a weird thing to answer on the podcast. How are you feeling about it? Because
what,
I
does
know
she
that
hit it
if
before me?
yeah, because you have been streaming longer than she has.
I've been streaming longer than she has by like 2 months.
Yeah, that's a significant amount of time.
She's a much more consistent creator than I am.
Okay.
So I play a variety of games. If I buckled down and just did one game and I was the blank guy,
Yeah.
then I'm sure I would have already hit it. But
What's
I
that,
don't
what's
know
that
what
like,
it's like to
Jackson?
be the blank
What happens
guy.
when you do that?
well,
Just-
you become
honestly, my
the
biggest-
Pokemon guy, right?
yeah, and also I just don't like Twitch culture or Twitch people.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the biggest thing is no matter what you're doing, it's Twitch chat that I don't like.
That's fair.
Universally. And people will be like, well, not my chat. Your chat sucks too, whoever you are.
No, that's fair.
People be like,
I'm not a
"My
huge
chat-"
fan.
No, it's not. It's just a whole bunch of 13-year-olds vying for your attention at all points in time because they all want to be the center of attention, but they can't be.
There can only be one center of attention, and it's you, because you're the creator.
Well, and it's your job to make sure everyone feels like they're the center of attention, more or less. Because
More.
otherwise they'll get passive aggressive with you and leave, and otherwise you can find some cool people, but even then they're just so ingrained in internet culture.
That's fair.
That's the thing, guys. I'm trying to remove myself from internet culture. I say as I'm on my podcast.
You say here on this podcast that goes out in one form or another on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
That's
I'm trying.
pretty different.
Yeah, it is true because it is a level
Yeah.
of separation.
Well, and it also there's a it's one of those things that there's an amount of separation, but there's also an amount of interconnectivity that I feel doesn't come across in like if we were a forum or something. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking certain YouTube communities, right? Certain YouTube communities are wholesome as fuck. As much as no matter what you think of them, the John and Hank Green have built a very wholesome genuine community.
Isn't that the guy who wrote Paper Towns?
It is, and his brother, who's a musician. They're also the guys who organized and run VidCon.
I don't know what that means.
It's a YouTube convention. That's all it is.
Cool.
That takes place, I think, in Anaheim. But they made it's possible to build very good communities. But I think
Yeah.
that the reason that internet communities tend to be so let's be nice and say not that is because, like you said, everyone wants attention at any moment, ever.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's incurable, and it just I have a hard time doing anything in internet communities because I just want to see people succeed, but I never. It's hard to communicate that with people who think that because it's me forcing my definition of success upon other people,
Mhm.
and that's not right in its own sense, and people take offense to that.
Mhm.
But it's also what I just want to do, so I just kind of keep quiet
Yeah, I get
Mhm.
that.
because I find it very. I don't know the words to say without being mean, because all I want to do is be mean.
I have a few people like that. Yeah, I definitely am. I know a few people that I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Like, I'm tired of telling them the same thing over and over and them ignoring me and then being like, but it didn't work out. And then Pikachu face.
Pikachu face. That's what they called me in high school.
Did they? That's a weird thing to call you. Did you have like red circles on your cheeks?
Yeah, I had Pikachu's face tattooed on my face.
Oh, I see. I thought you were going to say it was like a mask that you just wore.
I wish. My mom wouldn't let me.
Can you imagine being that guy in high school? You just wear a mask everywhere?
Well, I mean, furries wear their tails everywhere.
Yeah, but furries are weird. We've established that. We've established that Dan is anti-furry.
If someone tries to make you take off your like furry tail in school, can you like fight that? Can you be like, that's repression of my sexual identity?
I don't think so. I don't think we're there yet.
I mean, I think you can probably make the argument. Do you think it'd go through ever?
Oh, I think you could make the argument, and I think you could cause a big enough hullabaloo that like your parents get called and like it's a whole thing. But I don't think
your parents and say your kid wants to fuck dogs. And you're like, damn it,
damn it. Hashtag not all furries.
Oh yeah, but what do you think the principal's gonna say?
Oh, the principal's gonna think your kid wants to fuck a dog.
Your kid wants to fuck dogs.
Yeah, no, that's gonna happen.
And the principal's gonna be low key right, but your kid's never gonna admit that they want to fuck dogs. Be like, well, actually, not all furries want to bang animals, but like, you probably do though, right?
I mean, I feel like
we all freaks out there. I ain't judging, but you probably do, right?
I feel like it's one of those things where like, I don't know. This is a weird thing that I'm about to say. Whatever.
Go off.
Like, it's one of those things that like, it's okay. Air quotes okay to want to fuck a dog. It's not okay to fuck a dog.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. Like,
it's okay. Is this like you saying there's nothing morally wrong with eating a baby?
Is Devil May Cry 5 out yet? I'm gonna look it up real quick. I kind of want to get it.
I never got into the DMC series. Like, what? Jackson, pitch me on the DMC series, because my mental image of them
March
is that
8th.
They're only okay.
Okay, yeah, it's not okay yet. Well, it depends on what kind of game you're going for. It's very much a you just beat the shit out of a whole bunch of demons with a lot of weapons and do cool combos.
I can get behind that actually. Kind of a Darksiders adjacent style. If you've played
Similar,
Darksiders,
yeah. Well, it's a little bit more combo.
God of War.
No, even then, like it's the God of War and Darksiders are a little bit more button mashy.
Okay.
DMC is going to be a little bit more combo based.
Okay, but still like still not. We're definitely talking more like groups of enemies, not just like, oh, you have to combo on this one dude for the entire time.
Yeah, groups of enemies, and there's like big boss fights.
Okay.
That are like very like big boss fights that are like super like cinematic. Demons, devils, swords.
Am I remembering correctly that it's edgy as fuck, but doesn't take itself too seriously?
Yeah, it's very the protagonist Dante, or who it's kind of like there's a split protagonist thing going on in this one because there's Dante, his nephew Nero, who's super dope, and then this one has like a prosthetic arm that he can like forge out of demon parts and like use for like explosive moves and stuff and like switch them out. So that's pretty cool. This one looks actually really dope. But anyway, Dante is like this like super badass half demon guy who's just like a demon hunter, and he's just like really really hardcore and badass. But he's also like a goofball and like does like one-liner type things. It's like super cheesy.
I can get behind that.
So it's pretty edgy in that like, you know, his sword will be like the blood rain sword of night, and then everyone's like, whoa. But
Too
he's
much.
Like,
that's too much.
Yeah,
man.
it's super edgy, but also super like wisecracky and like one-linery, like an 80s action movie, but with devils.
You know what? There it is. There it is. All right. You know what? I assume it's not am I remember correctly that they're not PC? They're PS4 or PlayStation?
I think they're PS4 and Xbox. I think has them too. I think
Okay.
there's a new one.
I was gonna say I think there's some of them on PC, but not all of them.
Yeah,
Yep,
I think there's a new one that's gonna be
DMC5.
on
Oh,
Windows.
DMC5, 4, and the HD collection are all on PC.
Oh, nice.
DMC4 is only $20.
Oh, that's cool. It's from 2008, so it's been a long time.
Hey, maybe it'll actually run.
They probably will. They're very similar to like a Bayonetta. I like Bayonetta a lot. Those are some great games.
Wait, which one do I have?
We've
I
never
actually.
played Bayonetta.
Oh no, I have it hidden. I was like, why does it say I have DMC? And then I just realized that I have it marked as ignored. You know what? I'll ignore it, and I'm just gonna. Oh wait, does it have? Okay, why would you wanna? Oh, special edition Demon Hunter bundle. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. What the fuck?
Bayonetta
Does it have
3 haven't
microtransactions?
released it yet. No, Bayonetta 3 is supposed to come out in this year though.
Oh,
Does
that's cool.
DMC4 have microtransactions? Is that what I'm seeing?
Depending
Yeah,
on which
Red
one.
Orbs and Proud Souls. Yeah, it 100% does.
This new one.
That makes me mad. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. How do you feel about Apex Legends? You heard about that game?
I do.
Yeah, actually,
I
I've
do.
been playing it a lot.
Cool. All right, just making sure.
No, that's fair. I see what you're doing, but like, dang. All right. It annoys me on a single player game more than it does on a multiplayer game, I guess. Well, especially when the multiplayer game is cosmetic only. Like GTA 5, fuck GTA 5's microtransaction system. Fuck that. Fuck all of that. Apex is good,
I mean,
though.
you don't need their microtransaction system, though. Their microtransaction system is literally just pay us money for more in-game money.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at. So I'm not pleased with it, but I'm not super upset either. Don't all the new Assassin's Creed games have microtransactions too? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Everything
pay to win, too.
Ubisoft has released in the last 5 years has had microtransactions, though, to be fair.
But no, game devs can't possibly hope to live on a reasonable salary if they only sell the games that they create.
That sounds like some communist talk. Get out of here.
Some bootlicker shit. you guys see this kid in Austin had like a lemonade stand set up to help fund the wall.
Oh no.
Really?
And someone like called him like some name. I think they called him Little Hitler.
Okay, that's actually hysterical.
Obviously Trump's not Hitler. Just
Obviously.
a douchebag. I mean, he's clearly not, but he's a scumbag.
Well, that much is true.
Also, like, imagine being so much of a bootlicker that you let your 5-year-old kid make a lemonade stand to sell lemonade to raise money for a billionaire to build a wall. Imagine like being that much of a bootlicker.
I'm sending a link in the chat to the song all about Lil Adolf.
I'm familiar with that song.
It's very good. It makes you very happy. Anyway, you know what? Speaking of people's cult-like following of the current president of these United States of America,
Then they're United States.
Guys, I think my friend is starting a cult. And
how's that going?
Okay, so a little bit of context. Noah's
taking
been
off real strong right now.
Honestly, it's kind of gross how fast it's growing. He's selling T-shirts now, which is weird. So it's this thing that's called it's being called like the Philadelphia Furnace or the Philadelphia Furnace Party or just Furnace Party. So it was earlier this week. It's only been like not even a full week. It's been since Saturday. So like I think it was Sunday. It would have been Sunday. So since Sunday, which was like 4 days ago, this here, I'm gonna send it in the chat. This flyer got put in under doors and like in mailboxes literally all over Philadelphia. And no, I assume we'll put up on the video version, but for those that aren't able to see the video version, I'm just gonna read.
Would you like me to read it for you?
Oh, actually, yeah, you probably have a better voice for it. Go for it.
ABBA. This is to inform you that all food ate since first grade is alive in your body, especially the dead animal remains or meat, since it was cooked alive and is alive in your body. Anywhere it goes now, you must go with it. That's 365 days a year from first grade to now. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Also, newborn baby received your first grade body or a meal just like the 365 days a year. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. The only way I see for you to save yourself from the every which a way of being burned alive. That's scheduled is to become a solid steel statue by place yourself under anesthesia and mixing your body with melted metal, then resolidifying the metal or seal yourself in cement. When it becomes real to you, you can type it up and have lots of copies made, then pass them out and post them up. What is needed is a steel furnace where metal can be melted and the bodies of people and animals mixed with the metal to become steel and unable to be hurt. Of course, you'll be sedated first. There will be a meeting on April 27th, 2019, at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on the subject of building a steel furnace at 27th and Girard Ave on the vacant lot. What we need is a bulldozer to dig some ditches and steel furnace equipment. Do attend.
So clearly, this is the ravings of a madman. Or woman, I'm not going to judge. Or
I believe
a
it was
master
confirmed
level
to be
troll.
a man so far.
I thought you knew the person who said it.
Oh no, I don't know the person who said it. I just know the person who is forming a cult around it. So yeah, there's like a video of the guy that put it out there because people have those like doorbell cameras or whatever. It's just some dude. And this has been this went out, and out of like 24 hours, the Philadelphia subreddit exploded, and now there's a whole new subreddit that's nothing but memes about this thing. And you guys, I gotta be honest with you. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go and see what's up on the 27th.
I just think it's gonna end with someone going to prison and maybe a lot of people going to prison.
That is very possible, but I think what I'm gonna do,
because that's straight up Jonestown shit that they're talking about. So I would say distance yourself from it because there's no meme worth losing your life over.
I mean,
or not your life, but like, what if they like you show up and they just sedate you and kill you?
I mean,
it's what
that seems unlikely.
I doubt that'll happen. But also, like, it's a non-zero chance. And what's the funniest thing that comes out of it? Someone says, we're going to make a furnace, and you laugh and then go home. That's not that funny.
It's a little funny.
Yeah, but you know what else is pretty funny? I don't know, fucking Seinfeld. You know who's
I'm
never
not a
tried
huge
to put
fan
me
of
in a
Seinfeld,
furnace?
actually.
Seinfeld. You know, like him or don't like him, he's never tried to put you in a furnace.
You know what? That's true. But I feel like them trying to put me in a furnace is part of the fun of it. Like maybe I want to be put in a furnace. You don't know.
Then I guess you've got a good place to go.
I do. And I would
Why
like
first grade?
I don't know.
Why first grade? There's so many questions. Why first
Yeah, but
grade?
that's the big one.
Why animal remains or meat? Like
That just makes sense.
also newborn
Why is
baby
all the
received
meat
your
cooked
first grade
alive?
body.
Oh
That
yeah,
does happen.
That's a funny one.
Like it's
No,
just
that just is normal. That just happens.
it's just confusing. There's so many layers. Also, being sedated and being under anesthesia are not the same thing, first of all. And second of all, like you can't, that's not how that, like that's not,
Dan, of course you'll be sedated.
of course,
Dan,
you'll be
don't worry.
sedated first. All we need, or what we need is a bulldozer to dig some ditches and steal furnace equipment. No, I
it's
feel
just
like
a platform gained through memes is a platform nonetheless.
No, it absolutely is. And here's the thing. And I would like to say this for the record. For the absolute record, for obvious reasons, don't mix your body with melted metal and or seal yourself in cement. Don't do that. If you're involved with this thing and are like actually like, nah, this guy's got a point. This is a good idea. I'm gonna go do the thing. Don't do the thing.
Please find help.
Please find
Because
help.
this is
As far as I can tell, literally nobody is taking it seriously.
It's kind of like the flat Earth.
That is
It's
very
so
possible.
dumb,
That is very.
But the
it
fact that
could.
everyone makes fun of it constantly means the door gets open for people who might take it seriously.
That is true.
But this is so obscure that like I can't imagine people taking it seriously. But it's still like
It's not that obscure. The Philly PD had to put out an official thing of like, we don't know what it is, but like report it. And like there's been news posts and stuff about it. Like it's news articles and stuff about it. It's obscure, but like it exploded so fast because it's so ridiculous.
yeah. I mean, I definitely see that.
See, the good thing is that it does have a definitive like cutoff day.
That's true.
You know, like whenever we get around
Also-
to April 27th, the thing's over.
I think it might actually not be that dangerous to go because who's going to bring steel furnace equipment?
Well, that's the thing. How like
as long as everyone agrees to not bring steel furnace
also
equipment,
like what
they
do
can't
you
make a
mean by
furnace.
steel furnace? Do you know how hard it is to make like an actual industrial grade furnace?
Well, not that hard if you have thousands of people.
That's
working on
true,
it.
but even then, like that's a lot of metal you need. I'm trying to figure out if I know anybody in that area that I can like go hang out with them for the day and just like post up on like a nearby building and watch everything because I really want to go see
it's
this.
probably going to be one of those things where the cops show up first and just shoot everyone who tries to show up.
I mean that's possible, but you got 27th Gerard. Where is that? Hold up. And Gerard. I'm trying to see where in Philadelphia it is. If I'm remembering correctly, it's on the west side.
Not the same.
Yeah, it's on the west side. It's on the west side, like near, like nothing that matters to you guys, but that's fine. Like it's right across the street is the Crime and Punishment Brewing Company. That's hysterical.
Oh yeah, they're making a special beer for it.
Are they? Good. They should be. Good on them.
Yeah, I don't remember what they're calling it, but I think it's something along the lines of
Steel
Furnace
furnace
Party.
beer.
Good. That's what it should be. I don't know, man. I'm definitely. I need to figure out a way that I can go.
Just ask Tasker for a ride.
Tasker's
Tasker-
our friend. Tasker's our friend who
Tasker's
is
the one
becoming
who's
the cult
going
leader.
way too far in this.
He has gone
Yeah.
super fucking deep, super fucking fast, and he's doing it as like a this is hysterical. Look at what I've done here. But there's a reason I said that I think he's forming a cult at the beginning of this. Like, who boy? Like I said, he's selling T-shirts now. Like he is making
Yeah.
profit on this.
I myself am a huge shit poster.
This is some top
Not
tier
a shit
shit.
poster, a shit disturber.
That's fair.
But like, there's just like I don't know.
Yeah,
This
I
one
have,
just seems
I
like
have
it's
the
not
shirts
really-
on screen right now. If anyone wants to look at them, they're
It seems like there's no one fun to poke fun at outside of the person distributing the papers who you can't see anyway.
I feel
All you
like
have to do is just like get a bunch of people to be making fun of one anonymous person. There's just no target, you know? What's the point of disturbing shit if there's no one to point it at?
I don't know. I'm a huge fan of the shirt designs though.
I am
like,
too. Actually, they're really
I
solid.
love furnace and bulldozer and meat and steel and anesthesia.
I like the other
That's a
one.
great one. No furnace, no peace. No,
No
furnace,
furnace,
no
no
peace.
peace, yeah.
God damn, dude.
Oh, it's so good, you guys. It's very funny. And I see now, Jackson, it was all a good meme, and then now you're like, oh, but this is some Jamestown shit. And I'm like, oh man, I hope it's
Jamestown.
not. I know what I said.
She's from
Jamestown.
Jamestown.
I know what I said. I
You ever been
fucked
to
it.
the
I
Lucille
don't
Ball
care.
Museum in Jamestown?
I have not.
I actually went one time. It was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Is it?
Yeah, it was a nice little
Where is
Lucille
Jamestown?
Ball Museum.
That sounds familiar.
Oh, it's in New York. Right around Chautauqua. If you
Was
know
that the
where
one that had
Chautauqua
the
is, but
huge
don't know where
flood?
Jamestown is.
Like this, like that's what it, like it's
Maybe.
known for having a massive flood that like killed like a shit fuckload of people. No, that's Johnstown.
If it is,
that's Johnstown.
So, yeah,
Johnstown had the
That's
flood.
Pennsylvania, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jamestown's just like a little city in New York.
Mm-hmm. It's right
It's
near
pretty
me,
small,
actually.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You ever go to the Lucille Ball Museum? Then?
I have not, but I might.
Give it a look. It's pretty. I mean, if you like Lucille Ball, I don't know. I mean, who doesn't? I
Who
love
doesn't like
Lucille.
Lucille Ball? If you don't like Lucille Ball, what are you doing with your life? You know?
I can't remember who, but a friend of mine one time was like, I didn't ever know Lucille Ball was a redhead. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And she's like, once I found out, it kind of took me a couple of days to really like think about it. And I was like, well,
Really?
what?
Why?
That's what I said. I was
I
like, well,
also actually, until you literally just now said it, I did not know she was a redhead.
do you
How?
need a few days? Do we need to stop recording?
I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't.
like, we can
How
stop.
often do? Okay, to be perfectly fair, how often do you see Lucille Ball in color? In color, God,
Well, I mean, if you go to the museum,
I saw her in color first, actually.
how? Where? When?
Catalogs,
The
my
museum.
dude. We used to get catalogs all the time, and a lot of them were like stuff like that were like,
Lucille Ball remastered. I love
Like-
Lucy remastered.
oldies stuff. And there's a lot of Lucille Ball stuff. So the first time I saw Lucy was in color in a catalog.
The first time I saw Lucy, she was eating chocolate off of an assembly line, and then I saw Vita Vita Vegemin, and that is still referenceable.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a mood.
Funny lady.
It's a big fucking mood. Speaking of like restorations and stuff like that, right? Like
Okay.
like
Wait,
when they
what?
put color into old like black and whites and stuff.
Yeah, I got you now.
I had somebody from the Paramount. I think it was Paramount. In fact, I'm sure it was Paramount. From the Paramount studio come in this week to talk to the class about it because I have a class that's on like 1940s Hollywood. And like the amount of fucking work that has to go into restoring old and like restoring and recoloring old like movies and
yeah.
stuff is batshit. It's fucking batshit. And the amount of things that like we as a society that we live in where things are constantly
Things
happening.
are constantly
Anyway,
happening.
the amount of things that we as a society have lost because like in the 40s and like and earlier and later they didn't value the idea of like they figured that after a film was played nobody would ever want to watch it again, and like that was it. Like they just got rid of the film or it's just gone. There's so like thousands of movies that are just gone, and that blows my mind. The idea that like the idea of like you can only ever see something once and then it's gone forever blows my mind because that's like the age that we live in. But like the idea that somebody would never want it, that would be like, yeah, no, I saw the movie like 6 years ago and never saw it again is insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
no,
weird.
I get that.
Including oh god, what is it called? So shit, I can't remember the name of the actual comic. It's based on a comic. It's like a precursor to Iron Man, essentially. Shoot. Iron Man. Maybe if I just search literally precursor, maybe it'll pop up.
What do you mean when you say precursor to Iron Man?
It looks like you know the V1 Iron Man suit, like the one that has like the
built
flat
this in a
line across
cave
the center of his mouth, and
with
it's
a
kind of
box of
no,
scraps?
not that one, the actual V1, like
No.
from the comics.
yeah.
It was that, except like it was a person, and like it was like in the age of like
Metropolis.
Metropolis.
Yeah, sure.
Is that what we're
I
talking
think that's
about?
what it's called.
That is
Yeah, why not?
sort of that is a similar thing, yes, but this is even old. This is not even older. This is like less well known.
Nosferatu.
It was like Rocket Man, maybe? Is that what it is? Rocket Man?
Burning up his shoes out here alone? Yeah.
Rocket
familiar.
Man comic. Let's see. The Rocketeer, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah. I know
The
what you're talking
Rocketeer.
about now.
Which actually,
Actually, I probably would have known that had I actually thought about anything you were saying instead of just saying Nosferatu and then saying Elton John.
there was an early Rocketeer film, or I don't know if it was actually the Rocketeer, but it was like an earlier basically like it looks like the Rocketeer, and it's like from fucking forever ago, and they had to like restore the entire thing because half of it was gone, which is, I don't know, man. Restorations are wild, and the amount of work that people do to restore old movies and like old things to make sure that they're not lost to time is wild. That's the whole point. Really, that's the point. Also, the fact that like in the 40s, 50s, 60s, they still loved explosions. Who boy did they still love blowing stuff up?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
course.
god, the amount of things that blew up for no goddamn reason in movies is hysterical. There was like Oh God, it's great. It's very funny, and like the idea of like essentially cars blowing up on like a hair trigger, where like you just bump a thing and it explodes, just makes me happy. There's something very pure about that.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I call it the Simpsons treatment, where
That tracks.
Everything in the Simpsons explodes, which is because of tropes like this.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, we do like to explode things as a species.
I mean, I've always loved exploding things.
Personally, not a big fan, but
Really?
I think I don't hate it. I just don't love it. Like, if you're like, do you want to see a fancy anime move where they explode things, or a fancy anime move where like they do like one slash and then stand still and the guy falls in half? That the slash and one falls in half all the time. That always works for me.
No, I'll agree with that. However, I can't do that. But what I can do and have done,
Why not?
is, well, I'm not an anime character,
You
but I
can try.
have made a fortress, like a old school like cavalry fort out of popsicle sticks with matches and firecrackers built into it
Oh,
that I then
God.
burnt down, and it was
And
a
watch
lot
it
of fun.
explode.
It exploded. It flared up real big. It was a good time.
That sounds like a good time, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, I won't lie. That actually sounds pretty great. You guys, the
Yeah.
40s were a weird time.
Yeah, I mean, we had World War II.
Yeah, exactly. Weird time.
I would blame World War II as the main problem that made the 40s weird, to be honest.
Well,
That was probably the biggest thing that
but also
happened
like
in that
things
decade.
like the aftershocks of World War II were wild. Like, just wild.
You
Like
mean
things that,
everyone
like-
having babies?
Well, no.
And making baby
Not
boomers,
even
which
that.
is by
Like,
far the
things
worst
like-
generation.
Things like the massive feminist movement in like the late 1940s and like
Gross.
I know,
Who said
right? Who fucking even does that?
I'm just kidding.
God.
I
But
love
like
women's
issues that like
rights.
we don't think about, like that I think of as like relatively modern. Like, oh, this has really become a thing. There's really certain like rights issues and stuff like that have really become in the public eye in like the last like 10 years, 12 years, whatever.
Mhm.
The things that like, again, they were like they were still fighting over them in like the 40s. They were still like arguing about like dumb shit, not mind you, but like shit that like still has ramifications felt today, which is, I don't know. It's really interesting. History is really interesting. I wish I had more time to study more of it.
Just don't sleep.
Actually, I should rephrase that. Let me make sure I'm going to use the right word here. Sociology is really interesting. Yeah,
Ah.
like
Did you
I
guys
find.
know? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say I find sociology a lot more interesting than like classic history. Like, I don't give a fuck about the war. All I care about is like what that did to society and culture
Yeah, no, that's really
in the
cool.
aftershocks of that.
When you were saying like women's rights movement in the 40s, that made me realize, I don't actually know when women got the right to vote.
1921.
1920.
That was very close.
Yep.
What was it, 21st Amendment, though?
It was the 19th Amendment.
Fuck.
It was passed
Biggest
on
stupid head in the
June
world.
4th of 1919, so almost exactly 100 years ago. And then it was ratified on August 18th, 1920.
For the 100-year special, we're going to take it back. It's not true.
I don't like that.
The 100-year anniversary edition of women voting. Now with more
Can we
votes.
make an anniversary edition? Yeah, now their votes count for two.
Now they're
Now women voting. Now women votes count as double.
No.
You guys just wait till the 100th anniversary of the end of segregation.
Yeah? Are they going to get their 40 acres and a mule finally? No? Was that too much?
gonna
Was
let
that
that
joke
one-
too much?
Yeah,
I feel like that was a really weird thing to say.
that was
40
a bit,
acres?
yeah,
No, 40
that was-
acres and a mule. Does that...
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of a weird.
I have a friend of
thing
mine.
to
I have a friend of
drop.
mine who still, well, not even a friend, my roommate, who is also a friend. God, I have a roommate who like consistently brings that up. He's like, I just literally all I want is my 40 acres and a mule. You guys,
Mules can't breed.
can they? Yeah, I know
Nope.
you're right because they're.
Because they're a combination of a horse and a donkey.
Yep.
Which can we talk about whose idea that was?
We're talking about whose idea it was to not call them honkies.
Would they be cold? Would they be cold then? Just curiosity.
Damn, that's a cold ass honky.
There we go. Thanks, bud.
It depends on where they're at, I guess, geographically, but I think in general, yeah, honkies would be cold.
Cool.
Yeah, I think
Because a Dorse does not sound cool.
Dorse sounds awful.
A Dorse.
Might fuck around and
A
breed
Dorse sounds like
donkey
something
and
like
a horse.
it sounds like an insult of some kind.
You're a Dorse.
Fucking Dorse.
It kind of
Or-
sounds like a
or like
slur, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or like a
Like some name that people call the Irish.
yeah, or I was gonna say the Norse, but yeah, that works.
I don't know. I don't really see it as a slur, honestly. I just think it sounds kind of weird. It reminds me of adult.
Dolt is a weird word.
If you ever call somebody adult, you're probably adult yourself.
I don't know. I've definitely called.
that.
Oh. I was just gonna let that sit there for a bit.
You're adult.
Yeah, that was the implication. Yeah. Give Noah more editing work to do because he's gonna trim that silence way the hell down.
Noah?
Yep.
How's it going?
Noah, thoughts on getting more work?
Noah, how's the trimming going?
It's all trimmed.
Cool. Just like a good old Christmas tree. Trimming the tree. You guys like fake Christmas trees or real Christmas trees?
Fake, 110%.
I would always
I'm a fake
prefer
guy,
to have
too.
a real one, but I don't like dealing with the needles of a real one. So if I'm gonna have a tree, it's realistically probably gonna end up being fake.
Yeah.
But I'm also really not
heroin
likely to have
users-
one.
I feel like if you're a heroin user, you probably don't mind a real Christmas tree.
I am
You're used to needles all over the place.
allergic, so
Heroin?
yeah, to heroin.
I would hope so.
I think we all are.
I mean,
Kind of.
is that an allergy?
I guess.
I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not an allergy. Is getting high on something an allergy?
Well, are you sure?
I don't think
know.
it
Are we all
is.
allergic to weed too?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think that's how this works.
that's what I'm asking. No, that's what because
I think it works.
Listen, I'm asking simple questions with simple answers.
I've answered them.
Listen, Jackson
Did I
knows
not
all the
answer both of them
answers.
simply?
Otherwise, I wouldn't
That's
be
right.
asking him these hard-hitting questions.
And I answer them simply and quickly with a definitive answer.
Simply
What's
and
your next
quickly is
question,
the
Dan?
title of my sex tape.
Yeah.
My next question is,
Mhm.
I don't have a good next question. I was going to come up with something bullshit.
Dan, ask about a good place to read audiobooks.
My next question is, hey Jackson, where can I read some good audiobooks?
Well, you can actually go to audible.com to read audiobooks. More specifically, you should go to audibletrial.com/off the air, where you can read audiobooks, hear audiobooks, for the low price of free forever. That's not true.
Free for a month.
No, what happens when they use audibletrial.com/off the air?
Well, if you use audibletrial.com/off the air, you get 1 month and 1 book token for free.
Free.
And the forever part, it does come into play because you do get that book for free forever.
That's
That's
true.
your book. What's
It's
actually
a forever book.
What's actually kind of neat, and the thing I keep forgetting about, like when we're doing these plugs until I go and like actually am looking for a book, is that like you would think that certain some books I would consider to be more expensive. Like I have textbooks and stuff that like if I buy them normally are like $120, but if I get the audiobook version through Audible, what? Alexa, shut the fuck up! What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my god. No, please don't take that out.
I just love how we're recording.
I didn't remember I had a reminder set. I figured we'd be done by now.
I just really want that to stay in here.
Oh, it can stay in. I don't mind. What I was
Thank
saying
God.
was, I have textbooks that are like, $130, but because I have Audible token, I can get the audiobook for the same price that I would get like a 20-page manuscript. Like it's really nice. Granted, you could also look at it the opposite direction of like, oh, you're getting the 20 pages for the same price as like a 700-page book. Whatever, that's not the point.
But the price is free, so it's a good price anyway.
Ooh, there you go. So yeah,
You
go do
guys
that.
should check out this week. You guys want to, or this week, because the
week.
podcast goes out weekly, but the
That
tokens
is-
come out monthly, so it's kind of,
This month.
interesting. Yeah, what you should use for this month's token, if you're trying for the first time and you're like me and only read things that are old, you should read what I am currently reading, which is James Joyce's A Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man. It's about
That's a title.
an artist as a young man. Well, it's basically it's fiction, but it's semi-autobiographical about James Joyce's young life and what inspired him to write the way he did write and work the way he did work towards writing. Excuse me. That would be The Daymaker coming back by Carbach Brewery.
Nice.
Yeah, The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce is. I don't know. I've read like 10 pages of it, but it seems fine so far.
Now,
What if it suddenly takes a weird turn right in the middle? Like it suddenly
If
like
it turns into like a book that I hate, I would be very surprised.
it suddenly just starts spouting off like anti-Semitic rhetoric halfway through.
I don't think James Joyce is anti-Semitic, but he might have been. I don't know.
You don't know, man.
Never met the guy.
You haven't read the book.
It's true. No, what were you guys saying?
I'm assuming it's a heavier book.
Yeah, not really. It's a little bit thick, but it's not like massive.
Damn,
There's no War and
boy.
Peace.
She thick.
I feel like War and Peace is like the longest published novel. So
Well, I mean, if you want something that's a little lighter to listen to, then I would recommend checking out Sandman Slim.
yeah, I probably read what Noah's suggesting because no one likes the things I like, and it's okay like that.
It lets him feel
Sandman
superior to the
Slim,
people
on
around
the
him.
other hand, people will
Exactly.
like it a lot. I would hope, at least. It's been a little while since I read it, but my memory is let me just read the summary here.
My memory is let me just look up the thing instead of just trying to spat off from memory, because we live in this age of modern technology
Dan,
where you can just look
I
things
already
up.
have
You
it
live,
in
Dan?
front of me.
Dan, where do we live?
We live in a society.
And things are constantly happening.
I like that we're doing bits in the middle of our audible plug.
It's been like a 2-minute long audible plug. This is just a speech, really. We're just
Really?
talking.
Yeah, the
All right, go ahead,
music
Noah.
has already ended. We're into the good talk at this point. Sam
us about the
Slim published a summary. When he was 19, James Stark was considered to be one of the greatest natural magicians, a reputation that got him demon snatched and sent downtown
Wait, hold on.
to hell.
I'm sorry, back
hell
up
is downtown?
twice on there.
Okay.
Got him demon snatched and sent downtown
Yeah.
to hell.
Demon Snatch.
Where
when
he
you
survived
bang
as a
demon.
gladiator and a sideshow freak entertaining Satan's fallen angels.
No, I gotta take a couple seconds here. He was a magician.
Yes, he was a magician.
Like a not magic, just like, sleight of hand magician.
I think little magic.
Was he jacked as hell? Because how did he survive as a gladiator?
He got jacked in hell.
Because you
see what
can't
I did
die
there?
in hell.
Boom. Well, then what's
so
the point
then
of watching
anyone can
a
be a gladiator in
gladiator
hell.
fight?
Yeah.
Well, because people still get torn apart. You see, here's the way it works is the more damage is done to you by a certain thing, the more of a resistance you build up to it. So if you get shot, the next time you get shot, your resistance to bullets has gone up because your body is used to healing from bullets.
So you're telling me if you just fight enough people in the gladiatorial ring, you can just go beat the shit out of Satan because he can no longer hurt you?
Well, he's got some tricks up his sleeve, but yes.
Is that what happens in the book?
Actually, I don't remember if Satan appears in the book.
I thought they were entertaining Satan.
His fallen angels.
Oh, okay. Kind of unfortunate, really. I think it'd be cool if he was like sitting in the ring and he did like the thumbs up, thumbs down thing like Joaquin Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
That's still okay though. No, it's a real fun book though. I greatly enjoyed reading it. I don't know, strongly recommend. It's
probably less lengthy than The Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce.
Yeah, this says it's 10 hours and 28 minutes to listen to.
It's not too bad.
And it is one of 9 books at least. Doing a quick flip through, I saw at least 9 other Sandman Slim novels. Oh no,
He's got a
There's 10.
series. So there's 10 of them. So he doesn't fight the devil in the first book. He probably waits a couple books.
yeah. Oh, this book is book 3.5, so that's not confusing or
What?
anything.
What's the first one? Do they all have names or are they just numbered?
No, they all have names. There's Sandman Slim. There's Kill the Dead. They're not in order. There's, I don't know. Maybe 3.5 is actually 3, and that's Devil in the Dollhouse. Either way, Aloha from Hell. Aloha from Hell
Nice.
is number 3. So I just strongly recommend checking out Sandman Slim. It's a very good time. I don't know, if you like dumb fantasy stuff in a modern setting, you'll probably enjoy this.
I do love me some urban fantasy.
Why haven't
especially
we
when it
gotten
comes
any
to
good
anime.
urban fantasy movies?
Because every time they try, it's something like Bright, and
Or
it
The
has
Sorcerer's
this like
Apprentice.
exactly.
Was the Sorcerer's Apprentice that bad?
It just wasn't very good.
Because
I watched it. I think I was probably like 15, and even then I didn't think it was very good.
Is
See,
that
and that's
kind
the
of
problem is
what I
every time
remember?
something comes out, it's pretty disappointing.
There are some really good urban fantasy anime though.
I buy that. Why do you guys think that urban anime? Yep. You know what? It's fine. Why do you guys think that urban fantasy movies don't do so well?
Consistently tanks?
Yeah.
A lot of budget, and I don't know. Just kind of like people just want to see Iron Man.
Actually, I
Yeah.
would say that might be a serious problem with it, is a lot of people want to see more of what they're comfortable and familiar with rather than trying out something new.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which urban fantasy is definitely something new. And it comes
Yeah.
out and some people will watch it and they'll be like, wow, this is good. But then other people will like Bright is a great example because I liked Bright a lot.
Ooh, that's a weird take, bud.
I've never seen it.
The only thing I know about Bright is that it has some real uncomfortable stances on race.
Well, that's
Doesn't the real world too?
Well, yes, but like the idea being that like again, and I'm saying this on a I have not seen the movie. This is just what I have read.
Okay.
The stances that I have seen a lot of is people criticizing it for making orcs who are objectively like not human into a similar what's the word
It makes them into
so
minorities.
here's what it is.
under
All
a similar
humans-
minority as to
so
like
here's the thing.
African Americans.
All humans are white people. Orcs are black people.
Yeah,
Elves
that.
are the underground global elite, or as one of my friends so eloquently put it, the Jews.
Yep.
I gotta go. My mom's calling.
Exactly. And it's like, yes, a lot of that stuff, not the most tactful portrayal. They are trying to tackle like these big race issues in a way that makes it seem like totally fine and dandy. which does not always work. I think it could have been way worse. But because I think what they were trying to do is it was trying to show that people consider people of different skin color to literally be different creatures. I think that's kind of the angle that they were trying to hope people picked up from like the orc angle, being black people type of thing.
It's us versus them. Yeah, I kind of get it.
But it was not. I'm not going to try and sit here and pretend that the entire thing was like delivered as well as it could have been.
Isn't Will Smith the main character?
Will Smith is the main character.
I do love Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. I don't, but I don't mind Will Smith. I don't know, but I enjoyed it because I was looking at it as, oh, cool, it's this fun cop movie with magic. But a lot of people got caught up on what Dan was talking about, which is what helped it tank because, obvious. Zootopia was fun, though.
I love Zootopia.
Zootopia was a really, really excellent movie if you want to look at like movies that handle like race relations in a really meaningful way. Except for the whole, there are no fish or birds, or not fish or birds. There are no non-mammal creatures. There we go.
It's okay.
There were no birds.
No, there were birds. I feel like there was.
Yeah, there were at least lemmings. No, not at least lemmings. There was like Wait, what am I thinking? There was like an Arctic bird or some kind of Arctic place.
Birds,
puffins.
Okay.
Yeah, that I vaguely remember.
Was it puffins? I feel like there was like some of the flightless birds.
No, there are no birds.
Penguins, maybe?
There are no reptiles, birds, amphibians, or fish.
At all?
At all.
Maybe I'm just thinking of like puffins and penguins because there's an Arctic area that they show.
Yeah.
Oh, and they eat fish.
And my brain is just like...
Well, and like it makes some sense in terms of just like...
Zootopia 2, the reptiles are the Asians.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they gotta pick a new... Like, they've already figured out the predator prey thing. They gotta find something else.
Buddy.
And it takes place in the Pacific Northwest. In like the turn of the century.
Fuck. Oh, that got me. I won't lie.
You don't even know what happens with the fish in Zootopia 3.
But yeah, no, my point is like and this
Let's
isn't
just
to say,
go back to the
also
ocean.
I should clarify, this is not to say that movies shouldn't try to tackle these issues, right? The problem is I feel like Bright's message got lost a little bit in translation. Like I feel like that's really what happened. Zootopia's, in my opinion, was perfect in that regard. Like, I think it did a really fucking good job of portraying like small town racism and like the ideas of like going to the big city and like experiencing the world for yourself.
I do like the part with the blueberry gun.
The blueberry gun is ridiculous.
I think it's cute. It's fun.
You know what I don't like about Zootopia?
Everyone wants to fuck the bunny.
Everyone wants to fuck the bunny, or
I knew you were gonna say that.
Or everyone wants the fox and the bunny to fuck, and I'm just like,
She
guys,
got a fat ass though.
you know who has a fatter ass?
The gazelle, played by Shakira.
The elephant in the fucking nudist colony.
Oh, I know exactly. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She thick.
That's a fun scene. It's just a fun movie.
It is a really fun movie. It's a great, like, I enjoy the movie a lot. I probably wouldn't watch it again like right now because I saw it way too many times when it came out because I was still living at home. But still,
I've only seen it once, so I would watch it again now.
I actually saw it when I was at work the other day. It was playing.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. They also were playing Jurassic Park the one day. That was fun.
Nice.
What else did they play? Karate Kid.
Ooh,
I love me some
I haven't seen Karate Kid since I was a child. Like I know what happens like from a like cultural osmosis like standpoint, but like I have not seen it since I was a kid and could not remember any of it if I tried.
Karate Kid is one of the perfect movies for me and my brother to just sit down and rip on the entire time.
It's a bad story.
Yeah.
It's basically a story about how if you just put in 2 weeks effort and have a lot of heart, you can beat up trained professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like,
more importantly,
that's not true.
Here's the thing. I know like the big meme of, oh, Daniel LaRusso's actually the villain, ha ha ha. But really, he comes into this new town and what's his name and his girlfriend are having trouble. Okay, so maybe that guy reacts a little strongly. But then Daniel comes in out of nowhere and just assaults the kid. Gets his ass handed to him because of course he did, because this kid's a trained professional. Okay, that's fine. But then he proceeds to antagonize this guy constantly. And it's like, come on, guy. You're new to the town. This is why people are bullying you. Don't try and act like you're the victim here. You're the one, like, picking these fights.
Daniel LaRusso is not the bad guy, and I will not stand for this cultural erasure.
Oh, no. I'm not going to say he's the bad guy, because the other guy was bad, too.
The other guy literally tried to break his leg when they were playing karate.
Yeah.
In a little tournament. They're just having a little fun time, and he's like, look, man, you gotta break that kid's fucking kneecap. Also, that guy Bobby Brown was his name. I know because I just saw the movie the other day. Bobby Brown, the biggest coward in all of history, because his sensei, the Cobra Kai guy's like, I want him out of commission. I want him taken out. And then Bobby's like, I can take him, sensei. Don't make me do that. And he's like, I want him taken out of commission. Break his fucking leg. And Bobby Brown's like, okay. And goes on there and kicks him in the leg. And he's like, I'm sorry, Daniel. I didn't want to. And I'm like, Bobby Brown, you're the world's biggest coward. Because he didn't stand up for what was right. And then immediately felt bad because he did what was wrong. And I think that is indicative of a lot of us. Bobby Brown is the most human character in the Karate Kid.
Okay.
Because he's afraid to stand up for what's right in the face of his peers and his mentors.
You know what? All right, I can get behind that.
Yeah. Also, the montage though, the montage to "You're the Best Around," probably the greatest movie scene ever.
Oh, I can't disagree with that at all. That is
Try to be best, because you're only a minute. What a banger!
It's,
what an absolute
it's right
banger.
up there with the Rocky running montage.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's a little bit more exciting to me though, because it's a little bit more than just training.
Yeah,
because there's actually like some fights in it. Because it's him going through the tournament.
And nothing's going to ever keep you down because you are the best
around.
You know, Rocky is like one of the movies of our people.
Excuse me, it's one of the movies of my people.
No, our people.
No, my people.
It's a state.
We are Rocky.
It's a city.
Rocky is us.
It's a city, and
I mean, sure, but it's
granted
also like
the city that I was
Scranton
on board
is-
in, so I feel a little disingenuous saying my people. But you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, I say I would say it's a movie of your people. If you're from Pennsylvania, it's a thing of your people.
I'll accept that.
Was
So-
it Home
so is The
Alone? I think we
Office.
talked about it in one of the early episodes. Wasn't Home Alone filmed like super close to us?
Yeah, that's not our people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Home Alone's not our people.
Not at all.
But yeah, The Office is the TV show of our people.
Somebody,
It's true. The
As opposed to
Office,
It's Always
It's Always
Sunny?
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Well, they're both the TV shows of our people. You're allowed to have multiple things for your people.
It's true.
There's probably some others I can't think of off the top of my head. But like anything that takes place in Pennsylvania, you have to know about when you don't live in Pennsylvania anymore.
that tracks, actually.
It's important. It's important that when someone's like, oh, Groundhog's Day is stupid, you have to stand up and protect Punxsutawney Phil's rights.
Also,
Exactly.
Groundhog Day is not stupid.
I know.
Groundhog Day is a
because it's
phenomenal
not.
movie.
But people in Texas are like, how can people like Groundhog's Day? And you have to stand up for that. You have you have to defend
Is that
Punxsutawney
what
Phil
Texans sound
and in my opinion, when they're being stupid, everyone sounds like that.
That's fair.
That's true. Also, Dan, he's
Look.
not talking about the movie specifically. He's talking about Groundhog Day as an event.
Oh,
Yeah, but also the
fuck
movie
that.
itself
I
you
was
have to
talking about the
defend.
movie because that movie is
Well, you have to defend that too, because that's another movie of our people.
yeah. That movie's great. That movie's really good.
Great movie. But you do have to defend Groundhog's Day as a tradition as well.
No,
Even though
I can't get
didn't-
behind that one.
I
Sorry,
don't
bud.
Here's the thing. I didn't give a shit about Groundhog's Day until I moved to Texas and people started talking shit about Groundhog's Day.
That
And I was
tracks.
like, you can't. Exactly. I was like, you can't. It's like when someone makes fun of your family. It's, well, you know, I've never really had that problem because my sisters are pretty cool. People don't really make fun of them, at least not to me. But, you know, like the idea of like, I get to make fun of my friends and family, but if you do, it's not cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Pennsylvania things. When you leave and people are like, Punxsutawney Phil is stupid. You're like, okay, listen here, buddy. He does live forever, and he does drink the groundhog potion.
And on that pro Pennsylvania note, that's it for the week.
That's it for the week.
It's it for the
go pick up
entire
some
week.
Daymaker by Carbach Brewing Company if you get the chance. It's pretty great.
Also, if you use our Audible code, pick up Sandman Slim. Is fun book.
I just need to read a book that's relatable.
Why?
Read Sandman Slim.
Well, because all the books I bring up are just like, I don't know.
Listen, man, it's okay.
I just don't like fun things.
I mean,
I like things that are
same,
sad and
but
slow
that's
moving.
okay.
there's a very strong chance people aren't going to enjoy my urban fantasy book either, but that's okay.
No, they will.
Listen. You don't have to change yourself for us, okay?
No, I do.
Okay.
Not for you,
Well,
for everyone else.
well, all right then. I was trying to be real supportive, but whatever.
You know, I was trying to be nice, but fuck you.
Yeah, I was trying to be kind, and here we go.
Hey, we got a saying where I'm from. It goes, fuck you. All right, that's my name is Jackson, at Jacksonium, on pretty much everything. 2 M's on some social media platforms, but if you just put the 1 M there, I'll show up on like second down on the list, so you'll know it's me. There's usually a picture of me as a bio. That's where you can find me at. Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch, if you want to just look at old videos and
And reminisce about the good
Pretty
old
much it.
days.
Not really the good old days.
About the old days.
The days that are gone.
About the
Yeah,
days.
go reminisce or whatever. Everybody else, where are you at?
Well, you can
I said
find
everybody
me.
else, so you have to both talk at the same time.
All right, 1, 2, 3. You can find me, Dan. Wow, you're bad at this.
Dan, Can we please get a new co-host?
You can. Go find one.
But yeah, you can
I'm
find
going to
me
wait till this
on,
episode goes live and inevitably Nina or Emma or Edge or Cloud or literally anybody in our Discord is like, hey, I'll be the new host. They tried to boycott me this week. That was great. That was fun.
Why?
You
Did
said
you say the N-word?
you said insensitive things, Daniel.
What did I say this time? I don't even remember. I just remember being boycotted.
Was it the word? Did you say the word?
You said
I did not. I should
you
not
said
say the
that
word.
representation was dumb and people didn't need it.
Oh, no, I said I don't need it.
That's not the message that came across, my dude.
No,
Look, guys, all I'm
no.
saying is forced diversity is white genocide.
Ooh, see, he gets it. He understands.
That's a. I don't even have to tell people that was a joke, because if you've heard me talk at all, you know it's a joke.
Yeah, if anyone takes that seriously, oh my gosh.
Oh man, that would
Anyone
be
takes it
unfortunate.
seriously, they're smart.
But yeah, you can find me on all forms of social media as Bubbadabad, Bubbadabad. You know, check out my Twitter, check out my Twitch, check out my Facebook page, which is literally just an update platform for Twitch. So I guess you could ignore that one. But yeah, follow me, talk to me. Hey, I'm here. Also, Dan, where can we find you?
That's me. You can find me at twitch.tv/bornrule57. Or nope, that's a lie. Twitch.tv/bornrule, twitter.com/bornrule57. And that's about it, really. That's it. I'm actually going to go stream as soon as we're done recording here. So, well, maybe not as soon as, but shortly after we're done recording here.
Cool.
I'm trying to rate your review. There we go. Got there. Jesus. If you guys want to help out the podcast, you can either check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/offtheair. Anything you do there is really helpful. But if you can't give money away because you are poor, like most of us, you can rate and review us on iTunes, and that is a huge help. Helps people find the show, helps people, get involved. It's real nice thing for you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, and YouTube. Do that too. Go on. There's a video, air quotes, a video version. There's a version with graphics. If you want to see all the things we're talking about, go to YouTube. Link will be in the show notes.
Yep.
If we get enough subscribers on there, we can actually have a real youtube.com URL, which would be nice.
Would be nice.
It would be convenient. Did I skip anything, Noah? I mean, I did, but did I skip anything important?
No, I think that's everything. You mentioned rate and such on totally blanking on the thing. iTunes, yeah?
Yeah, I did in fact mention that.
Cool. Yeah, that's everything then.
Huzzah. Teamwork.
All right.
Thanks for coming back, guys. We'll see
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Maybe we'll see you next time. Maybe this
Bye.
is your only episode. Maybe you're done after this.
Yeah, maybe you hate me now because I said that thing about women.
Maybe you hate him because he said that one word.
I didn't say the word. We all know who did. Well, good thing we cut these episodes like 10 seconds ago.
I know, right?